For the first time this year I've been using these artificial lures. They're a silicon latex type material. Quite realistic looking. They have a sort of a sheen in there, sort of reflective material, and they have some weight so that they can be cast out. I say it's first time I've tried them this year. They sort of the swimming action is absolutely brilliant, most convincing, but so far I've had little success. I think half the problem is I'm using these from the shore, and close in there's a lot of weed, and the idea is to cast these out beyond the weed, and I'm only just doing that. So what I really want to do is get some extra casting distance. So what I want to do is add extra weight to this. So I've been experimenting with just adding a bit more weight, and as a result I'm getting another 20, sometimes 30 yards further out. So it's well worth experimenting like that. So this is how I've made some additional weight to go on the front of the lure to increase the casting arrangements, and we'll see how we get on later on in the season. I spent the last 20 minutes grinding this form tool. It's 3/8 HSS tool steel, and I took my time as I didn't want to cook it. And as you can see, this represents 1/2 of a torpedo shape. Okay? And here we have yet another form tool. This one's 1/2 inch HSS tool steel, and you can see by the profile this one produces a round ball. Okay? Moulds for the weights, I decided to use aluminium. I'm just sent off for this 7/8 bar. I didn't have any in stock, so I had to buy it. It's 6082 T6 stroke H30, so it's free machining and should do the job ideally. This particular rod is 7/8 in diameter, and now all I've got to do is cut off sections, and I do that with the parting tool in the lathe. The same 7/8 in length. So we'll set up a stock in the lathe and cut a few of them up. I've mounted the parting tool in the tool block, and it's important that this is 90 degrees to the axis of the lathe chuck. And a quick little wrinkle you might like, or what I employ, is to deliberately put it out. I'm using a straight edge, and here I'm just using a set square, and wind it up to the face of the chuck, and keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, and with a strong light you can see when it's precisely there. Tighten up and you're spot on. This is the little mould I made for the torpedo shape. You can see how that works on the steel rod. Saves me having to drill the lead afterwards, and that can sit there. And here is another mould. This one is the circle, or the round ball should I say, and that represents the same. They would probably be better in a vise or something. I've made 6 different sizes of mould to give me a variation. Although it didn't take me very long, it's amazing just how much mess you make making just a simple components.